good? Oh, yeah. If you move any closer, I'm going to give you a count off. Good here.
Hello, everybody. You have a good mic check? You ready to go? Everyone's good? Okay. I'm Tim Barber. I'm the communications director for the United States Capitol Police. Obviously, today's a very big day, and this is why we wanted to alert you to what happened today and the action that our officers took. United States Capitol Police Chief J. Thomas Manger is going to give you a brief synopsis as to what happened today, and then he's going to answer a few questions, keeping in mind that obviously this just happened this afternoon, and there's some details that we have to hold back as our investigators do their work. Here's Chief Manger.
At about 12:20 this afternoon, a white male entered the south entrance of the Capitol Visitor Center and approached the screening area. He was directed to put his coat and his backpack down for screening. He stood there for a few seconds, then put his stuff on the conveyor belt. As soon as his backpack and his jacket went into the screening area, U.S. Capitol police officers staffing that screening area saw what appeared to be something in the shape of a firearm. They also saw two bottles in the backpack. As the man was standing there, one of the officers noticed a faint odor of gasoline, and when they pulled the backpack off the conveyor belt, they noticed a much stronger scent of gasoline. At that point, the subject was detained. He was placed under arrest. We found a flare gun, a lighter, and a torch lighter in his jacket. There was also other articles in his backpack, and he is now in custody. And again, very active investigation. We located his vehicle. That was several blocks away. We now have the vehicle as well, and again, ongoing investigation. Happy to answer any questions that you have.
It's my understanding that he had a manifesto that was anti-government and had maybe some pro-Palestinian or anti-Israel manifestations in that, and that he had driven all night from Michigan. Is that accurate? And what can you elaborate on that?
He had papers with him that he said his intent was to deliver them to Congress. We're still going through all of those papers. It's quite a bit, and we are trying to determine where, in fact, he did come from. And again, active investigation. So there's a lot of follow-up. When we get that information, there'll be additional follow-up. So we believe that it was some sort of accelerant. It could have been gasoline, some sort of accelerant. I've heard a couple of different things about what may have been in the bottles. It appeared that at least one of the bottles was leaking, and that's why the backpack smelled so strongly. We're still trying. I don't know what exactly was in. We believe it's either gasoline or some other accelerant. He was very compliant. He watching the video as he approached the Capitol Visitor Center, he was walking fairly slowly, looking around. When he walked into the CVC, he's observed looking around, looking up, looking to the left, to the right. And it was actually then that one of the officers came up and said, "Sir, you need to put your stuff on the machine." And he hesitated for a moment. The officer told him again. That's when he got closer to the screening area and put his stuff on the conveyor belt.
Has he told officers what his intent was?
He made a few statements to the officers, but he's being interviewed now by the investigators, and so we haven't gotten the results of that interview yet.
Chief, the Capitol Visitor Center was closed to anybody coming in, but I talked to a number of people who were already inside who had no idea what was going on outside. What was the thinking of allowing people who were already in there to remain in there as opposed to moving back there?
Well, he was in custody, and we had his belongings, so we closed the visitor center after he came in, and we determined what we had, so no one else could come in. The people that were inside the visitor center were further inside the visitor center, and were not in any danger.
Chief, did it happen at this entrance behind us or on the other side?
It happened right, the one on the to your left.
Okay.
It's a south entrance.
And do your officers have a working theory? Did he plan to light himself on fire, light something else on fire? Do we know?
It's hard to tell. He had some articles in his backpack that he may have wanted to set on fire. It did not appear that he had doused all of his clothing. There was some of his clothing that smelled like gasoline, but not all of it. So it's really unknown at this point what his intention was.
In such a situation, will there be any additional security measures taken, and how long will they be taken?
Well, we're on certainly on a heightened alert, and have been for the days up till the election day today, and we are have an enhanced posture in terms of our security currently, and it'll just continue through November, through December, through January, all the way through and beyond the inauguration if need be.
There was something that you said looks like a firearm in his backpack. Was that a firearm?
It was a flare gun.
Can you describe the torch a little better? Torch gun, like
No, I believe it's like a torch lighter that you would light a pipe with or light a cigar with, something like that.
Do you have any sense this was at all related to elections, or just something else? Do you have any sense of what?
There was no indication. There's no indication right now that it had anything to do with the election.
Can you describe
There's a lot of concerns among members generally about violence around the election at this moment. Is there a briefing plan for them? Has the Capitol Police communicated to them about this incident? And in general, what is your message to members and officers concerned?
So we have put a message out to our stakeholders here. We've been briefing different committees and different members of leadership over the past several weeks in terms of our preparation for the election, and the inauguration, and as well as next January 6th.
Can you describe the clothing? Were they seasonal? It's a warm day here, obviously in Washington. Is that something that the officers noticed as well?
He did appear to have heavier clothing than was warranted for a day like today.
Can you talk at all about his online presence and what investigators have found?
Well, I do know that they have found information on social media, and I know that they're in the process of reviewing that. I don't have the results of that review yet.
Does any of it that you know speak to any issues that he's prepared about? I heard something about the war in Israel and Palestine.
Certainly, as we go through the papers that he had with him and go through his social media, we're getting a good focus in terms of what his issues were.
All right, folks, we have time for a couple more questions, and then we're going to go.
one of his issues, Israel and Gaza?
It may have been. It may have been.
And you said you're working to determine where he's from. Does it appear at least that he is from outside the D.C. area?
I believe it appears that he's from outside the D.C. area. Yes. All right. Thank you all very much. Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
And folks, we will be putting out a press release later with some more information. Obviously, our investigators are working right now to piece some more things together. As soon as we have more information that we can provide, we'll push that out on our website and on social media as well. Thank you.